Hello guys, and welcome back everybody to the brand new Honest Reaction video. So today we'll start listening to the B-side from EXO's new album. So I've already, as you might know, I've already heard Back It Up because I've reacted to the live performance from MMA where they performed a bunch of title tracks, and also Back It Up as well. So I've already heard it, that's why I skipped that one. So we're going straight to the next B-side, which is Crazy. I'm totally ready and I don't know what to expect from this one. As you guys know, first listen, no pausing and no lyrics, and we'll talk about everything later. Oh, pretty
I'm sending 10 toes down in the game.
electronic sound. Okay. What? That's interesting. Okay, okay. Man, Kai sounds really good. And then to lay, okay. Yeah, okay, okay. Uh-huh. Wait, and it's not, I mean, we're approaching the end, but wow, that was such an interesting switch up, guys. And my foot, of course, you couldn't see it, but it was going like that. As soon as we started like with this final, I guess it was the, the mode replay part, the outro chorus, it started going like that. Okay, this was interesting, guys. A lot of things to talk about. So let's switch to the lyric video, check out the lyrics, and also, go through everything once again. All right, here we go. So it definitely has somewhat of a similar feel to Crown, like the overall instrumental design. I think you guys would agree. Yeah, just the kind of sounds that they're using there sounds pretty similar, which of course makes sense because they're from the same album. Yeah, okay, so let's start with I'm sending 10 toes down in the game. 얘기고 주는 결과 따윈 관심 없는 play. 나를 지나쳐간 pace 돌린 듯이 옮겨 move. 너의 수에 걸려 이미 나를 꿰뚫는군 눈. 애써 봐도 숨이 차 갇힌 것 같아 함정 속에 넌 놀이듯 grooving now. So first of all, I really like that background, that just like really deep textured bass. And another melodic layer which goes over it, which is like that thing, and then how it changes to something like or something. Let's check it out. Yeah, that bit. So combine the bass and the melody, like let's call it the main melody, I'm enjoying the texture once again. You guys know that I like bassier elements in the instrumentals. I like when the instrumental sounds nice and rich and heavy and full. And this, even though we're still in the beginning of the song and overall, it's still, doesn't have crazy high energy. It's already very like grounded. Now transitioning to Sehun, how he says this line, 수미자, 수미자, just this rhythm, somehow really like it. Nice. Yeah, some more melodies here again. You get this like boom, this kind of feeling, of a sudden switch, even though it's not that dramatic here. Man, I'm really enjoying Kai's voice in this one. It really sounds exactly like the way he sounded in his own albums, actually, I should say. And I think through listening, which one was the first one for me, actually? I can't remember. Maybe it was Rover, the first album by him that I really checked out, like the full thing, all of the B-sides and everything. Maybe except one still, I don't know. But yeah, through that experience, I really got to love his voice so much more than I used to, and like I really connected to his tone. And now hearing him in this one, somehow I feel like he sounds more like he did in the album compared to, for example, Crown. Maybe he was just going for a different delivery, but here it's like, wow, I'm getting the memories of that experience listening to his album for the first time. So yeah, really enjoying his tone. That's what I'm trying to say. Nice. Especially when he backs off a little bit, like there's a the more powerful part of the line, and then something like that. Sorry for that imitation, but when he backs off, right, where there is a little less power and I guess more breath in his voice, that's like, for me, that's the sweet spot in his voice. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, that's nice. That's simple. That's simple, but it really works. And then we get the contrast between this line and how Dio starts. It's more rhythmical, right? It's so cool. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Oh, what a nice harmony right here. It sounds fuller this time. Listen. Yeah, and there's like something in the background, like a chord maybe? Several chords. Yay. Again, same thing. Yeah, Lay's voice is always just unmistakable. He really, like, overall in Idol's voices, I think Lay's voice is very memorable, and just like I said, you're not going to confuse him with anyone else, because in my opinion he sounds very youthful, like still powerful and still with energy behind it, and the maturity. He's not a young boy, but still there's like some youthful quality to it. Nice. Wow. Ooh, those raises at the end. Wow. Actually, it's pretty cool. Whoa, guys, I'm pausing so much. There are so many things that I like that I want to talk about. So here I actually liked how he said the word error and how the first R, it was like era, era. There was this like kind of sound. I think because of it, it created more rhythm instead of saying error, error. That, you know, like that doesn't hit the same way. Era, era. There's this, that, the punch. Right? Nice, Taeyeon. Wow. Yeah, this is such a cool way to transition into this faster final chorus. You think like he's going to finish singing this word and that's it, but then he does the higher belt. Yeah, and now this was really unexpected, guys. Almost becomes like a right. You really want to jump to this one. Wow, wow. Yeah, I think the full remix of the song with this kind of tempo could go so hard as like a club tune, you know, as an EDM song. Wow. All right, guys. So this was crazy by EXO. So what can I say? As always, for me subjectively and for my personal taste in music, I really, really enjoyed this one. So we've got the textures in the instrumental. So the overall design, I like that, you know, maybe it's not the most experimental song. Maybe it doesn't have as many changes as some of their other B-sides, but still it's varied enough. Like there's like a nice balance between having the repetitions, of course, the necessary repetitions for the hooks in the choruses, and the repetitions in the melodies, but at the same time, I mean, the last chorus, you know, there's this switch up and unpredictable element in the full instrumental design. There is the difference in how they layer certain things in the previous verses and previous choruses, so there's that. Then the voices, I think everyone sounds really great. Everyone found like a really nice range to sing in and to showcase their voice. Special attention, at least during this listen, you know, for me went to Kai's voice. I don't know, I just got reminded of his previous albums. This was so good. But once again, everyone sounded really, really good. So there's that element, just everything, you know, I really liked everything about this one. Got a feeling, you know, I can already say that it's probably going to be one of my favorite B-sides from the album. It's really actually really close to Crown, like in how much I like this one. Of course, they're very, very different. Crown is very powerful, very, you know, commanding, much higher energy, but this one has its own flair, and I think it also deserves to be like up there, at least once again in my personal rating. So yeah, I hope my pausing wasn't too distracting. Yeah, it just what happens when I really like a song. I really want to talk about every single detail that I enjoy about it. So really hope you don't mind that. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Really hope you enjoyed this one. Do let me know how you feel about the song, and catch you all in the next one. As always, guys, take care, keep listening to great music, and love.